Hi, I'm Dr. Kim. Welcome to my FB Live. All right. Today, I want to share with you how you can become a successful Chinese Metaphysics Master. I think this is important because many of you learn metaphysics from me, right? So I want you to learn well and generate positive energy to more people. I know some of you learn the skills from me and also helping uh, uh, more people to um, do better in their life. Okay, I'm so proud of some of you. Oh, hey, Kelly 来啦. How are you feeling, Kelly? Are you feeling better? How's your tooth? Because the last round from the Qimen chart, I saw the tooth infection, swollen, swollen, all this. How are you feeling now? GW Wang. And thank you for your like and share. Thank you all of you for the like and share. Oh, wait, set up this one first. Thank you for your like and share. Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for your like and share. Hi, Centurion, how are you? Next year going to be a tough year for you. Where's your Sangmen? At where? You said at where? Xun Gong. Is it at Xun? Is it at Xun Palace? Oh, CK Ng, how are you? CK Ng? Wow, so handsome, CK Ng. At Xun Palace. Oh, Xun. Xun means unstable. Oh, Xun is like wind, right? So you also have to read the Xun. Xun also got a 天府星 there, means you may need consultation next year for some problem. In the chart, I cannot say, but something cannot say. Hey, Ken, how are you? Taking antibiotic, yeah. Good. You will get well. Shin balance is like wind like that. Come and go. Okay, so the emotion will be up and down. And you must remember what is inside Xun Gong, right? Inside Xun Gong has 天府星, what? Hey, Behun, hobo. Oh, Yao Ping, you're so sweet, Yao Ping. Hi, Darren. Hey, how's the book, Darren? Did you quickly read and quickly learn? I see you very excited. Most of you are like that. Most of you, when you buy my textbook, faster unread and then faster learn, sit down, and then the more you learn, the more excited you are. Did you? Did you get very excited? And then you try to plot some charts, and were you very excited? And then did you start to see some tune or not? Or what? Share your experience. Yes. 10 bought the book, 10 give this response. 又见到老师了，是的。Snow 来了。Snow 当我 email 了蛋姐 because now FB live. Suji, that day you asked me to look for the thing and the COVID, right? I forgot. How you still want to see or not? You want to see, then later on I on the chart for you. Okay, today I want to teach you how. What Auntie go and call her, come in. Police woman 真拍戏 right? She block people one. If you post don't know what, she will block you. She's not inside. Eh, can someone text her or not? The government come in already. Oh, cannot bo mata. FB mata. Our FB mata. Oh, blood donation ah. Blood donation is good what? No need to choose date what? Just go. Yeah. So I don't know where you learn. Maybe you learn that very blurrish. From my textbook, no problem. Just follow. You can plot chart already, and you can read. 佳佳来了。小霸王。here 小霸王。Yeah, color note sticker as important the textbook. The textbook very important. You want to learn no textbook very hard. And serve as a reference also. I also every time flip. Now I'm writing an advanced level, writing something more in-depth for you. This one is good for you to start off and can read chun. No problem. But sometimes you need to polish your knife. You need to sharpen your knife. You cannot sometimes just the fundamental. Right? So I'm writing something more in-depth for you. Something more. Where's the police girl? Where's the Facebook police? Okay, today I want to teach you how you can be a successful Feng Shui master. I think this one very important because I see some of you are learning. Sometime I saw how you help your friend, your sister, your relative, right? I saw how you help them to read charts, all this, okay? Which quite good lah. I see some of you quite zun. Okay, so I'm quite happy also. I'm very happy actually. Now if you want to become very successful, or can read accurately, right? Or can earn good income, then you better follow the 5 elements. Okay? So what are the 5 elements? Let me share with you. Let me share with you. Right, so maybe I talk about physical first. Maybe I talk about fire first. I'll talk about physical first. Okay, so physical, right? Physical means your appearance, right? You got the Feng Shui master face or not? You got the face or not? Meaning, for example, let's say I want to go and see a dermatologist, right? Let's say I got a lot of pimples on my face. I want to go and see a dermatologist, right? So when I enter the clinic and then I get to see the doctor has more pimple than me. What do you think? What do you think? All right, I want to go and treat my pimple. I got dermatologist problem. Pimple. Then I want to go and treat my pimple. Right? So I walk into the clinic, get the queue number. Then I go and see the doctor for dermatologist. I want to treat my pimple. The doctor got more pimple than me. What do you think? What do you think? No, keep telling. Yeah. Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, a lot of things inside the book. Going to run away. Suji Zhao. Right? So very important. So if you want to become a successful Feng Shui master, then of course you cannot have pimple on your face also, right? Because people can't see you for pimple, your face also got pimple. So cannot, right? So who are your audience? You must know who are your audience, right? So your audience are people who come and see you for directions. True or not? They can't see you for directions. They can't see you for solutions. Right? They come and see you for clarity. True or not? They need this from you. Right? So you must be able to provide all this lah. So to provide all this, you must have all these 5 elements. Okay, so I'll start with physical first. Physical means you cannot look broken, right? If you look like as if you cannot survive your own problem, you look like you are broken, right? You look untidy, you look like you are your hair messy, you look like you cannot make it, right? You look like you cannot organize your life. True. And then that person can ask you for consultation. What do you think? The person see you also like, you okay or not, master? Oh, so physical important or not? Very important, right? If you look like you cannot take care of yourself, and don't forget, Feng Shui got 2 types of Feng Shui. One is the internal Feng Shui. One is the external Feng Shui, right? Internal Feng Shui is 面相咯，面相学 what, right? Because Chinese physics also got 面相 what, right? We got 面相学leh. Imagine your face 楚爷, you look super troubled, you look like, you look like you cannot, you look desperate, beside lah, cannot lah. So make sure, and then right, you look like you got all the purple, green, don't know what all over your face, or all the 印堂发黑, all this cannot lah. True or not? You must every time look like 人逢喜事精神爽 like that. You must always look very true or not? Right? You must brush your teeth. You must, because this is your 面相学 what, your face what. 来了. Police 来了.那位艺术家. Daniel Chin 来了. Yeah, 来了，阿文弟来了。沈书明你好。佳佳球，真的咧，佳佳。Got, and then very funny, I don't know lah. I don't know how would you feel lah, if like for example, I've seen this Feng Shui master, seen means 看过他 not going to ask, no need, 我自己晓seen him before. I see the picture, the Facebook, I a bit shocked. He put on thick makeup, man then he put lipstick, he put eyeliner, then he punched 1 year hole. It's not against the law lah. It's not against the law, but I mean, of course, you are qualified Feng Shui master. Of course, you have your rights and free will lah to design yourself lah. True or not? But I'm suggesting be proper lah. Be proper, because sometimes your client can see you, they call it buat eyeliner, it can't do. Like man, let's say I'm a man. What boy? Then what with eyeliner, put earring, right? Then I put lipstick. Then you come consultation. You cannot focus on the consultation one. When he explain the chart to you, you'll be keep looking at his face, right? You'll be thinking, this me lang mai. True or not? Yeah, you must look like you can make it lah. You must look like you can make it. You know what I'm trying to say? We call like 福相 like that lah. Correct. Right? Imagine I start my channel with a bikini. Right? Then I do all the funny thing. Right? Then, Dr. Kim, right? Some some I see they do YouTube, they sell things. The men wear bra and what can that one maybe your creativity to sell your product fine. But if you want to be a qualified Feng Shui master, then 你的形象很重要嘞。Your appearance very important eh. You must have that kind of look that your clients see you they can trust you, you know. They feel that they are safe when they're with you. If you look emotionally unstable, mentally unstable, financially unstable, right? Spiritually also not right. Your client can sense it, you know. They can sense it. Yeah. Right? So the physical, very important. Or like me like that, I draw until like go nightclub like that. Then I start the channel. Macam KTV 小姐. Then not very nice, right? So you can imagine not? You imagine Dr. Kim dressed up like KTV 小姐, you know? Daniel come in already. Daniel, you learn. Daniel like that can. His look like that can. You see the picture? Like that can. This physical can. Pass. Hi, Lin Quack. Sally 来了。Tana 好哦。Black Rose哎呦 so secretive 哦。mystical, seductive. Paul 来了。Yeah. Dear, you call me dear. You're also my dear. Good lah. Okay. Happy. Don't worry lah. You got teacher. Right? You must have that kind of positive look also, you know. Right? So, teacher, my hair messy, my teeth never brush, right? And then my clothes I anyhow wear, and then I very fat, very obese. Better not also. Why? Because you know your birth chart, right? You are the master. You must have know your own birth chart. Why? Because everybody start learning Chinese metaphysics by analyzing their own chart first, right? You start by analyzing your own chart. After you can successfully analyze your own chart, then you analyze your loved one's birth chart. So I'm sure you know your birth chart. You know that right? You know, a certain element is not so right for me, right? So how I can tell myself, right? How I can, right? So you cannot be too big, man. You cannot be 100 kg, not so good, right? You cannot be sick, coughing or something. Of course, doesn't mean you cannot cough, cannot sick, can, right? Because we are also human, right? All the Feng Shui masters, we are also human, can fall sick. But what I'm trying to say is, you have to understand your own birth chart, and then you know how to upkeep yourself. True, how to upkeep yourself. So at least start with the appearance. Okay? Then the next thing, once your appearance is okay, so your appearance come with your dressing, right? Come with your hygiene, right? Your hygiene, right? What else? Come with your proper dressing, proper dressing, your professional dressing, right? Dress for success, that kind of thing. Of course, you don't have to wear tuxedo lah. I don't mean that, right? What I mean is be proper lah. So I don't know what is your comment lah. If you see a man, short hair one man, then put on eyeliner, right? Put on lipstick. Not say cannot, can, but some audience just cannot accept. Some audience, okay, because people sometimes they have stigma, right? So you need to give them that kind of physically also you are trustworthy lah. So then come to emotionally. Okay, so emotionally, right, are you stable or not? Very important, right? You cannot be reading a birth chart and then you cry. Oh, because the birth chart so similar to your birth chart, right? Domestic violence, right? You as a Feng Shui master, you also ever kena before, domestic violence, then you cry. Then you read the birth chart, so similar to a birth chart, and then you cry. Emotionally, you're not so stable. Not cannot ，Jackson 来了，等下笑啊，今年你等下，yeah, of course, right, from the birth chart, sometimes I can read what, like I see the birth chart, I know this person got tattoo. Sometimes from birth chart, I know, this person is tall, this person is short, right? Vivian, Vivian 来了 ，Vivian so sweet. Vivian 佢見佢做新娘咧，你嘅緣分來了咧，佢見佢做新娘，so you have to be very stable because your audience sometimes they will come to you for all kind. Kelvin Ong. Both are fine, no problem. YouTube, Facebook, they're all right. Like and share. So emotionally stable, right? Now this emotionally stable is a very, very huge knowledge. Very huge knowledge. Of course, if you got psychology background like me, of course, very good lah. Okay, because in psychology, we learn lots of stuff like mental health. Okay, we also learn a personality. We also learn biologically, right? The human brains and things like that, right? Of course, we also have research methodology and things like that. We got lots of things. We got motivation. We got drives. We learn all sorts of things. Okay, so that's why emotionally very stable lah for me, right? But for some of you, right, especially when you're very new, right, so you have to watch out for your this emotional lah. Sometimes you can get very emotional, right? Are you very angry or are you very easy crying, like you are crybaby, right? Your client come and look for you, right? And then you look at the case, very similar to your case there. Then you start crying. Look how you cry. Like me like that, right? When I'm young, my parents die already. Then how? Then I see your birth chart, you also Then we cry together. Yeah, lor, childless. No, a parentless child, right? Often they cry. We cry. Cry together. Cannot lah. We go. So take note of this emotional issue. Are you able to handle your emotion? Right? And not only that, right? Mental stress. Because sometimes, most of the time, not sometimes, right? Your audience, when they come and see you, they will pass their emotional baggage to you. They'll pass it to you. Right? Sometimes they will tell you their problems. Right? So are you able to hold that for them at the moment for during the consultation? Or are you going to bring that emotion with you when you sleep? When you sleep, you'll be thinking, right? This audience just now say this thing, so poor thing, right? And so sad for the audience, or so angry for the audience, or bring that emotion, or even put yourself into that character, right? JC 来了。Hey Max Tang, how are you? Super long never see you Like and share. So if you want to be a successful Feng Shui master, you must be able to take mental stress very well, because they will pass their emotional issues sometimes to you also. Right? For example, sometimes you inform them of an event, let's say a death event. Right? So how are you going to handle that? Sometimes you might be affected. True or not? So you have to have this emotional stability in you. And you cannot be heartless. You cannot say, I have no emotion. When I read my client problem, I have no emotion. Then you cannot be a successful Feng Shui master also. How can you have no emotion? How can, like, when your client share this love or this hatred issue with you, or this anger, resentment with you, and you have no emotion? If you have no emotion, you cannot connect with your client, you know. You cannot connect with your audience. And when you have no emotion also, sometimes you cannot, not only cannot connect, you sometimes also cannot connect to the birth chart. So sometimes you must be able to feel how your client feel also, if you want to be a successful Feng Shui master also. Right? You must be able to feel how they feel. What? Then they can connect with you. Correct? So cannot be too emotional. Cannot be emotionless also. Right? Cannot over, cannot under. I must be able to handle. Okay? Must be able to de-role. What is de-role? De-role means, for example, I'm an actress. Right? I act in a scene. Let's say I act as a, let's say, a crazy girl. Right? So after the scene, once I leave the scene, I must be able to remove this actress character and become myself again. So you must be able to do that. Okay? Then, of course, the most important thing, right, is, of course, water. Okay? Wood, we know, controls emotion. Right? Fire, we know, physical, 离中虚, right? The outside physical, must look nice. Right? Water, 也是主理. Water, we know, controls wisdom in 5 elements, right? So mentally means, of course, your knowledge, your fundamental knowledge, right? Which also include your ethical issues. Now, these are very important, right? Ethical issues. So these are very important information. So besides having the 八字 knowledge, right? Besides having the Feng Shui knowledge, right? You brush your knowledge here and there, right? So what can you say, what you cannot say? This one sometimes is a challenge. It's a challenge of your mental, your emotional, and your spiritual. Right? For example, like me, one real life case, the client asked me, right? The male client asked me, right? I want to seek a consultation to understand what is going on with my marriage, right? What is going on with my marriage? I want to understand why my wife behaved like that. Why my wife behaved like that. So he just want to know about his marriage. Correct or not? So when I was reading his chart, I saw a thing inside the marriage. 六合. I saw a thing. And I saw the gun here, the husband star. This one is the water palace. This one is the wood palace. Water grows wood. Then I saw a 暧昧, how to say 暧昧? I saw a unfaithful star lah. That means thinking of wanting a marital affair star inside. So how? He asking what's my marriage and what's my wife. Why my wife like that? He asked. Then he asked, how can I improve my relationship with my wife? How to improve? So he asked this question. How is my marriage going? Why is my wife behaving like that? Right? And how can I improve it? How can I improve this marriage? Right? So when I see the chart, I saw the Ating, I saw the Xiao San, then I saw the faithful star, then I see the Aken love the Ating. What are you going to do? Are you going to say, hey, look, don't talk about your marriage, come talk about your Xiao San. Come talk about mistress, talk about your marriage. Hey, yeah, successful, come and learn at least know what are some of the essentials. Yunfang. Wow, Sandy. Jose, you see? I did it correctly this time. Woohoo! So smart girl. What is called sometimes get absorbed? What is called get absorbed? What is called get absorbed? So good, girl. Love you. Ding. So what's your comment? What's your comment? How are you going to deal with this problem? How are you going to deal with this? You saw the husband. This one is the husband. Male client. Male client is the husband. What are you going to do? And then you saw the thing. And the thing inside the marriage star. That means affecting the marriage already. What are you going to do? Are you going to show off and say, you got a thing? Then he said, yeah, zun. What are you going to do? Are you going to show off your zun, or how are you going to deal with this? I see your answer. I check got potential or not. I see any potential Feng Shui master or not. All this important, of course, because all this will, if you know how to handle this kind of, this kind of situation, got good chance you can become a successful Feng Shui master. Means a lot of people wants to deal with you. Because you not only physically look good, look proper, look professional, right? You are clean, you are, you're proper, then emotionally you are stable, right? If you emotionally unstable, you cannot guide people. You cannot give people good advice because you yourself emotionally broken, right? If you're always crying, how are you going to do good Bazi reading or good Feng Shui reading? You can't, right? Yeah, you can take the compass, go to the client house. Your face pretend you're smiling, but actually you got depression. You cannot read the chart properly, one. If you got depression, you cannot read the chart properly. You can't. Right? So the mental health must very strong. The emotional health must very strong. You cry together one. Cham liao. Very good. Just focus on the question asked. Good. Is it important to bring this up also? Jaja said advice on marriage. He asked marriage, just focus on marriage. Wife, no boyfriend. No wife, no boyfriend. The male customer come and ask how's my marriage. Right? Why my wife like that? How can I improve my relationship with my wife? These are very common. A lot of clients will come and ask one. Sometimes they ask about their husband. Right? Why my husband behave like that? How can I improve my relationship with my husband? Very common. This is a very common question. Very, very common. So CK said answer to the client question only. Look for the wife star situation and what is she's looking for. Advise client to improve from there. 不用捅破纸窗. Good. Jeffrey, how are you? You working? Okay. Ellie, thank you for your generous sharing. Like and share. Yes, very good. Focus on the question. Focus on the question. Right? Focus on the question. Unless the client wants to talk about the mistress, then you say, yes, I saw it in the chart and this is that. Because sometimes you can embarrass the client. True or not? Then sometimes the client will say, no lah, I'm not seeing got a thing. You saw got a thing Liu He what? Sometimes you say, hey, look, you got mistress there. Right? Sometimes they are so embarrassed, they will say, no. Then you become embarrassed. But actually there is a thing. There's a son there. Right? There's a mistress there. So be very sensitive to your client's sensitivity. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Be sensitive to their feelings, very sensitive to their face value. 帮他们, we are Chinese, we like face one. Chinese, Asians, we are very face valued people. So this is what I'm trying to tell you. Be sensitive to their feelings and their face. Sometimes they are not really ready to talk about it. So don't be so eager to show off your tun. Right? Sometimes I see charts. I see, wow, this girl jialat. This one, any man also. But I will never say one. I will never say, wow, you cannot like that leh. You sleep with all kind of men. Why you like that? I will never say that. Even I see it, I will never say it. Don't do that. You will embarrass the client. Some of the things you just keep quiet. Understand? Especially life, don't say. Understand? Yeah, Jaja is right. So be very careful. Jeffrey Cheng, how are you, Jeffrey bro? 报到位了。50 years old do 50 years old thing. 30 years old do 30 years old thing. Like 孔子 say, 50知天命. Okay. So this one, I feel very important to inform some of you. Because I see some, in case so far I've not seen any of my students doing this, but just in case, right? But of course, when you're teaching, is different, because teaching maybe you're not pointing at anybody, right? If you want to teach, teacher, how to teach to see this man got a mistress or not, or this man faithful or not, how to see. Of course, during lesson can teach you, right? But when you are consulting your audience, don't mention it. Don't say, hey, look, you peeping Tom leh. Don't say that. Even he is, don't say that. Sometimes I do private consultation, I see some numbers, or I see some of the past, or this, I will not mention one. 看到就看到, just keep quiet. Don't be so eager to show off. Okay? You cannot before. Yeah, Sam Wong is right. So got to be very professional. Okay? And be very careful with your choice of words. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Okay? Some time I notice the choice of words very important. Okay? The tone also very important. So choice of words and the tone, very important. Okay? So choose your words very carefully when you're speaking with your audience. Understand? Right. So instead of, hey, you always sleeping around, you careful wherever you cannot eat. I mean, this is an advice, right? Teacher, what's my weakness? Can say your weakness. Can. Don't worry, teacher, just say, don't worry. I want to know the truth. Really? You can take the truth? Yes, I'm ready. Okay, lor? You always sleep around. Pig and dog and what also you sleep? Pig and dog also you sleep one. Besides human, pig and dog also you sleep. So you careful where can I eat, You give me permission to say what? You say can say, so I say, cannot like that. So your choice of words also very important. So how are you going to rephrase this? Let's say you saw the client say, hey, tell me, teacher, tell me my weakness truthfully. I'm not afraid. Oh, don't worry, I saw your FB live already. Oh, I know why sometimes there are certain things you don't want to say. Because you scared hurt my feeling. You are sensitive to my feelings. So there are certain things sometimes you don't want to say. But I need to hear, teacher. I need to know the whole truth. Okay. You want the whole truth, right? I give you. You sleep around with anybody? Boy, girl, old, young, all you sleep. Pig, dog also you sleep. You careful away, you cannot eat. Cannot. Can talk, can say like that. Because the client give permission. So cannot what? You cannot talk like that. Right? The client or those say, yeah, I give you the power, right, to speak the truth, the whole truth. But you must be careful with your choice of words. So how are you going to rephrase what I just said? You type your answer. I see you got potential or not? 你来 Facebook 啦，好啊，欢迎回来。I used to be very casual with work. After kena few times, I started to not be so frank. You can still be frank. Honesty, of course, is the best policy. And in our trade, we are supposed to be ethical. We must be honest. You understand? Because people respect us a lot. So we have to hold high integrity. 来了 police 来了 police 来了 Sam Wong got idea. He said just say the client got a colorful lifestyle lah. Ha 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 ha. He said. Any more suggestion? Sam Wong said just tell the client, wow, you got a colorful lifestyle. Interesting. Until you why lesbian partner 来了 Why? How are you going to phrase this? Use your brain. I give you a small challenge. And Ken Chong, sometimes the client don't want to admit it's okay. It's all right. Don't force them. Don't force them that I'm right. I'm Zun. No, don't. It's okay. They don't admit. It doesn't matter. Don't force. Cannot say. I love my gay lah. Don't like that. If they don't admit, then don't admit lah. It's okay what? You know I know can already ma. Correct lah. Hi Mujia, how are you? You very good girl Last week you shared to 10 Love you. Sayang you. Max Tang said you have a lot of peach blossom. Jaja said important to learn to value and love yourself. Save your love for a special. This is good. Jaja. This one good. This one good. This one I like. This one good. This one got potential. This one I like. Learn to like Jaja will tell him, it's important to learn how to value and love yourself. And then also, love so special, right? It's like it's a very special thing from God, right? Isn't it supposed to be shared with someone very special who genuinely, sincerely will love you back? So good. I like this. This one very me. I like. Now I will say, can I say something frankly, honestly? Can I tell you something frankly, honestly? Yeah, they want you to frankly, honestly, but you still have to phrase it. Your choice of words very important. Only this few contribution, no more. The rest all stuck. The rest all stuck. Don't know how to say. Cannot. You must know how to say. 你要会讲 very important. And you cannot tell lies some more. Right? You have to tell the truth and you cannot lie. All stuck already. Yeah, Jojo, thank you. Share to 10, 10. Be generous. You share one, also share. Share 10, also share. Be generous. Good things will come to you if you share to 10. I promise. Because you don't know, you might save someone's life. Do you have a lot of friends from the opposite gender? Yes, he said yes. His answer is yes. Then? Now remember, we are not supposed to be there to question. Remember, no questioning. No questioning. Meaning? Walao, you know your husband like that, you still marry him. That time you got think properly or not? It's a question. Right? How come that time you go and peep that girl? How peeping Tom? How come that time you go and we cannot do questioning one? No questioning. We are not police. We are helper. Helper. You must remember your role is a helper role. We are here to hold their hand, lift them up. We are not here to question them for what they have done or what's going to happen. No questioning. Right? You cannot say, you don't know, man, you do this, you don't know. You don't know you do this, 你的孩子, right? You don't know, you give your son so many coke. You don't know he will drink so many coke, he will fall sick, man. You don't know, man. You cannot do questioning. No questioning. Pauline. Someone type the question. Someone type the question for Paul. It's looking great. Thank you. 会聊天，我喜欢。You see, your choice of words so good. No accusing. No accusing. No accusation. No assumption also. Assuming. No assuming. Cannot assume. Cannot say assume you drive Ferrari, come for private consultation. That means you're very rich lah. Then you read the chart, you are a rich man. No assumption. No assumption. No assumption, no questioning. No stigmatization, no stereotyping, no prejudice. Ken Chong give you answer. Ken Chong. Now, have you heard of this word called metaphor? Metaphor. Metaphor. Have you heard of this word metaphor? I like to use metaphor. I always like to use metaphor in my consultation. Metaphor. Centurion said you depleting your yang energy to too many. Okay, but most of you got the idea already. What I'm referring to, metaphor. Yeah. Association of matters with similar metaphor. Right? For example, Sometimes people ask me a metaphor that I always say on Facebook Live, right? For example, people ask me, teacher, why no man, right, date me, right? Sometimes the client or audience like to ask me this, why no man date me, teacher? I always like to say, what's the metaphor I always say? I always say, right, if the flower blossom, the butterfly will come. Right? 花开蝴蝶自来. I always say this. True or not? The butterfly will come out. This is a metaphor. I also like to say, if you put the sugar, the ants will come. Remember? I like to use this. This is called metaphor. So learn a bit this skill, very useful. Metaphor. It's not directing at them, but message is put across. If you do love your wife, you should do something for her. Whatever you've done to her, she can feel love if you treat her truthfully. This kind of message, usually the clients know. 伊知嘅，你免甲講，伊本知。You put too much sugar. That ends all over the place. Right? Yeah. So for the wife story, you know, there's this story. The man, this man got 4 wives, right? 4 wives. Right? So when he falls sick, he relate this metaphor into 4 issues. Money, when you die, money cannot follow you. Right? That 4, 5 wives, you know that story or not? Can someone type the story for me? That one is also a metaphor. So learn to use that. I find it very useful and easy to go inside their head and not pointing at them. Right? And very simple. Correct or not? If the flower blossom, the butterfly will come. So you go and think, rather than teach them and say, you must go facial, right? You must like that, you must like that. No need. Just say if the flower blossom, the butterfly will come. They will know already. They will know what to do already. Right? So I plot against my husband. He unfaithful to me. I plot against him. Blah, blah. I just say you put sugar, ants will come. You don't put salt lah. You put water, the ants won't come on. Right? You put sugar, the ants will come. You must put the right thing there. Something the ants like. Right? Something you motivate the person to come. What if we quote a scenario and ask for the client response and let him catch the hint? Meaning? Yeah, Paul, bees are where the honey is. True. Right? Sometimes this kind of word, sweet, short, sharp, straight to the point, hit the bone one, and not complicated. Right? And won't hurt the feeling. So learn to use this. Learn a few of these kind of words. Very useful. Right? Like the donkey. Right? The story, donkey story. Right? That you must have a few of this kind of story in your hand. Right? The donkey, the wife sits on the donkey. The man was walking, pulling the donkey, right? Then somebody said, hey, very bad at this wife, right? So the wife came down, the man sit on the donkey, right? Then somebody said, wow, this man jialat, I make the wife walk, right? Okay, the man come down, right? Then 2 of them sit on the horse, on the donkey, right? Then people complain again, say, wow, these 2 fella, animal abuse, right? Okay, they come down and walk. After they come down and walk, they kena again, right? So moral of the story, don't have to bother what people say, right? As long as you know what you're doing right, right? 你对得起天地良心就可以了， right? 你对得起天，你对得起地，你对得起你的良心就可以了。 Moral of the story, so simple, right? Then the elephant story, must know the elephant story also. 7 blind men. These are some metaphors that you must know lah. 7 blind men, right? 7 blind men, they touch the elephant, correct? Then they ask the first blind man, what is an elephant? Oh, it's a fan, because they touch the ear, the elephant ear, right? The ear look like a fan, right? And another one touched the elephant tail and say, oh, this is a broom. So what's the moral of the story? Moral of the story is sometimes people see things from different perspective, or from, right? So what you see may not be what I see. Maybe I saw the elephant ear as a fan, but you saw it as a broom. But are you wrong? Doesn't mean you're wrong. It's just that you are at a different position looking at the item. So you must know all this lah. You must know all these metaphors. You will help. Oh? So mentally, you must have knowledge, right? On the of course, Chinese metaphysics. This one is basic. You must have the knowledge. Oh. So you must have the Chinese metaphysics knowledge, of course. Right? Then next, you must have ethical, right? You must know how to behave properly. Because why? Because when you read people's chart, you are reading their private life. Especially if you are as good as me. Right? I can read everything. You ask anything also, I can give you answer accurately. And literally anything. So you really can read a lot of things. So ethically, you must be able to what? Protect your client from their privacy, right? Cannot leak out their birth chart, cannot leak out their privacy, right? So you must learn to protect them, right? So these are all ethical issues. That's why they must trust you. They must have trust you, what? They must have trust you to share all this with you. Share their birth charts with you. So you must upkeep their trust for you, right? You must have very high integrity. Right? You must zip like me and that zip. Si bu mai gong. Right? Like this person asked me that person life chart. I won't say one. I say you go and get permission from that person, no? The person got the birth chart, got the information. I pass the information to the person already. You go and get directly from a person. Right? Let's say, for example, I know Awuntin's birth chart very well. You ask me Awuntin, I won't tell you one. I won't be because I'm professionally trained. Right? I'm a psychology lecturer. I train my students psychology. I train them how to be psychologists. So ethical issue is a very big topic that I teach in school, in university. So of course I practice them diligently also, right? So for you, you have to also do it like all my psychology students. You have to practice high integrity. So if they really, really want to know, I will usually say, you go text Awuntin, no? She got the information, right? Why you ask me? You ask her. If she give you permission to watch her replay, then it's between you and her, what? She leak out to you, not I leak out to you. Not my problem. True or not? I never say one. Huh? Yeah, you have to learn some of this. So mentally, physically, emotionally, you must be very strong. And you must always have workable solution in your mind. Sometimes they'll ask you how. Then you say, I don't know. I only know read Chinese metaphysics only. I only know that you very jialat, you're going to have accident. But I don't know how. Cannot leh. You must know how. They ask you, how can I improve my relationship with my wife? You must know how leh. You cannot say things like, you cannot say things like love her more lor. No, that is not a solution. That is not a solution. In psychology, also, that's not how I teach my students. These are not solutions. Love her more lah. No. If he can love her more, he would have done it long ago. Don't even need to kind of ask you. So what can I do? So audience always will come after they know what happened. They will always ask you 怎么办? Confirm one. Always ask 怎么办? Right? So you must also have workable solution. You cannot say don't know. I only know your party say you got accident. Right? Or you got breast cancer. I don't know. I don't know 怎么办. Right? Or your birth chart says that you and your hubby always quarrel and then fight and then in the end will divorce. Then she will ask you, then 怎么办? Then you say, I don't know. You cannot. You must have workable solution. So for me, 怎么办? I look at her birth chart. I try to understand why like that. Right? Then after that, I try to also look at the husband birth chart and see why like that. Then from the two birth chart, I will think what can be done. 通关. So very important. Very important. So don't think that mentally, teacher, I just know Chinese metaphysics can already. No, that's not good enough. Right? Ethical issue. If you don't know ethical issue, you will get into big trouble. Very big trouble. Very big trouble. Right? You want to be successful. What? Successful means you're going to be a Chinese metaphysics. Everybody going to know you. And they're going to use you for a long, long time. Right? And people call you teacher, you know. How you fit this name teacher? How you going to fit yourself into this name called teacher? If you cannot dress up properly, you're not hygienic, right? You are broken emotionally, you unstable, right? You are a broken man or a broken woman, right? You're still brooding over how your ex-husband divorced you, right? You still brood over your family, your children, your this, your that. How are you going to be a good Chinese metaphysics master? I know there are some quite a lot in the market. They just want to make money from you. They're not interested in what emotionally, physically, spiritually, mentally. But no, you're learning from me. If you're learning from me, then you better make sure you know all this. Not just financially. How much should I charge them? Or how can I make more money? Get a lot of people can read and earn a lot. No, that's not what you are going to learn from me. Right? Whatever you learn from me, my purpose of writing my secret into books for you or filming video lessons for you, the reason is because I want you to help me empower more people. I want you to empower more people. I want you to go around and help more people become better people. Right? Like my client, he made a mistake. Right? So I guide him. Today, he gave me a call. He was so happy. He said, teacher, I follow your method, blah, blah. Then they call me and say, release my case. Wow, bo tai ji, heng. So he followed my method. Right? But the Qimen chart didn't support. Qimen chart say cannot. But he followed my method, release. He's so happy. Right? Today, two of us dancing on the phone. Right? Then I told him, remember what I told you, how you behave, how you going to what, remember, you're going to then he said, yeah, I know. He also very happy. Right? It's a good chance for him to turn over a new leaf. This is what we're going to do. This is what we are doing for people. Understand? Especially you learn from me. You don't take my knowledge and then go and do funny thing. I'll be very angry. Then I don't want to write any more books already. All my CLL. Right? Because of all my sleepless night and blah, blah, blah. I write all this book for you to manipulate people, for you to hurt people. Cannot. I cannot do that. If I found out anybody like that, I want my CLL. I don't want to write the book already. Okay? So spiritually, is it good to have a religion? I believe so. If you have one, I think it's good. Okay? Because most religion really teach us good. Most of them. Okay? So sometimes if you follow the good religion and so on, right, the right path to do things, all this, it can help you mentally, emotionally also, and sometimes even physically. All this can enhance your consultation, can enhance your understanding also in how to deal with or how to empower people. So this one will help. So I strongly recommend you to have a religion. Any religion, as long as you have a good religion. It doesn't matter if you are Muslim, you are Christian, you are Taoist, Buddhism, it does not matter. As long the religion teach you well, guide you properly, is good enough. That's why I like spiritually. Okay? But spiritually does not mean superstitious. I did not say superstitious. If you're so superstitious, then you are in the wrong track already. You are not a Chinese, because Chinese metaphysics is not superstitious. It's a science that make use of 5 elements to explain how the universe work. Because ancient, our ancestor does not have H2O. They do not have all these molecules. Right? They do not have words like binary. So they use 5 elements to explain. They use pakwa to explain the theory. And even in H2O, they also found 5 elements and pakwa in science and in molecules. Even the human body. Right? So it's a science, it's not superstitious. Okay? So how come it becomes so superstitious? You must know. How come science becomes so superstitious? Because, right, in the olden days, even now I believe, right, because of money, right, sometimes they make it superstitious to frighten you so that you will give them the money. That was the old time scammer. Right, the old time scammer. You know, scammer, they got a lot of pattern one. Right? Even now, the modern scammers, they got lots of pattern. Right? Want to earn part-time job, want to what? Like that day also, I received don't know what, free, don't know what. Come on. Anything free, you believe free? Do you believe that's free lunch? Do you believe? Really? Really? Anything that's unbelievable, right? Anything that's not unbelievable, anything that's too good to be true is definitely too good to be true. Right? There are people like that. There are news report. Somebody sold the paper here. This paper called what? Talesman, is it? They call it Talesman, is it? Somebody sold this for $80,000. A Singaporean couple was joke. A Talesman or something like that. Right? somebody also sold a Feng Shui don't know what for don't know 30,000, 25,000 or don't know what. Right? One Feng Shui ornament, don't know what ornament. I also don't know. Sometimes I don't want to see all this news. Some Feng Shui ornament. Right? They sold the ornament for don't know 25,000 or 35,000 or 60,000. I don't know how much. I don't know. They sell this kind of price. So don't do this. Don't do this. Please don't do this. Remember, 君子取财有道。君子取财有道。Follow this, you will be rich forever. Don't follow this, you'll be rich for a short while. So you choose. You choose you got fish to eat today, or you choose you got fish to eat forever. You choose. These two, choose one. So if you want to have fishes to eat forever, then you better follow this. 君子取财有道. Right? You work for it. Right? Like me, I spend time, people pay me, and I genuine, professional, ethical, 取财有道嘛. Right? I never sell Feng Shui 25,000 or what. I never sell my talisman for 80,000. I never do all this thing. Sometimes I spend money to buy. I experiment, cannot. Cannot. Then my money how? Like that, my money gone. Right? Like like my 4D stars. Ancient books don't have 4D star. So I investigating 4D star. How? So I managed to, number one, discover 3 number only. Number 2, must I bet? Cannot. Sometimes June, sometimes not June. Right? Number 3, I also discover which day. Right? Sometimes plus minus few days to up to like 2 weeks difference. Meaning, for example, I discover, let's say on the 15th, you will strike. Sometimes the person never strike on 15th, strike on 16th. Then I'm like, okay. Maybe somewhere what lah. My skill so far only until like that. But of course, I'm still exploring. I'm trying to explore until 4 numbers all correct. Actual day also correct. And no need I bet. No need I bet. I still experimenting this. But so far I managed to get this already. But of course these are not good enough, right? These are not good enough. True or not? And then sometimes Xiao Xiao got third prize. Sometimes Xiao Xiao got starter. But must I bet? Sure, must I bet? This is something I discovered. But not good enough. So I cannot. So I'm still evaluating this. But when I'm evaluating this, is it I must throw money and test? I must throw money and test. When I count, I plot, I throw money and buy and test. Beside, alamak, okay, I balik. Then I try it. Where wrong? I do. I try again. It's silent. But okay, again. But somewhere not right again. Then so I exploring. So when I'm exploring, I need to throw money in. It's not free one. If not, how I test? I have to come up money. Like I buy all the crystal, buy all the whatever to test it, test that. Right. Then I realize no effect. No effect. Then how? The thing how? I cannot sell to you, right? Very unethical, right? I use no effect, I still sell to you. Cannot lah. I use got effect, then I sell to you. Right? Then your house have one, my house sure have one. Confirm have. Right? Yeah. Yeah, those men. So yeah, so I suggest you have one also. Have a good religion to follow. Okay? So financially, remember, you earn what you deserve. Okay? And then why teacher got all those Feng Shui ornaments, got all those what, don't know what, all kinds of, don't know, all kinds of ornaments and all, pattern leh. I just share with you, I read the ancient books. Okay, I read the ancient books. So far, I've not seen any ancient books talk about any ornament. They did not mention. They did not mention put the crystal, don't know what crystal. In the olden days, we don't even have that kind of crystal. They don't even have that machine to maybe make that crystal. Maybe they have, but I read the ancient book, don't have it. Nobody used that. And then some of the ornaments in ancient time, like some of the ornaments now I see, ancient time don't have it. You travel back 5,000 years ago, they don't have all these things. So it's not registered in the ancient books. But not registered in the ancient books, of course, does not mean cannot improve, right? Maybe contemporary world. True or not? So I buy an experiment beside it. I try a few cannot. Of course, there are some can. Got some can. But those can one is because it follows the I Ching. Some can because it follows the I Ching. And I Ching, they use the natural universal energy. What? They never use ornaments, eh? They use natural universal energy. For example, plants, water fountain, water, right? Plants, fishes. They never use ornament, eh? I never see they use 桃花剑 or I didn't see, eh? Or I never see they put what drawing, painting. I never see they do all this thing, eh? Right? So maybe I'm stupid lah, Maybe it's I stupid. I never read enough. Maybe. Or my experiment, I never experiment properly. So maybe it doesn't work because I did not place it properly or what. That one maybe is my ignorance. So a sure method to succeed is charity. No need ornaments. Charity. Charity such as like and share. Yay, you see? 趁机 promote like and share. Because you don't know who you will save. Maybe somebody saw Dr. Kim channel and say, wow, there are a few saw my channel and then get to know me and then I help them solve problem. Why? Because from your like and share, you don't know you saved their life. You didn't know, but you saved their life. Right? So charity is what? Good heart. Wise, good heart. Must use the word wise. Some 烂好人 a lot. Then good intention, right? Wise, good intention. Right? Speech. Wise, good speech. There are good speech, but not wise. Right? Like what? Aya, never mind lah. Your husband unfaithful is okay lah. You just open one eyes, close one eyes lor. Good speech, right? No negative words, what? Aya, never mind lah. Why not? Your husband fool around is okay lah. You just open one eyes, close one eyes lah. Life not easy now, COVID. Good words, what? But is it wise or not? So important, wise, very important. True or not? True or not? So doesn't mean good words means good, Vaccine is invincible. Sandy 也拉啦。So Paul has a very interesting question. All right, what is the most challenging in being a metaphysics practitioner? What is the most challenging? Sao, you want to give comment or not? Is it reading of the chart? To me, it's not reading of the chart. To me, also not breaking news to the client. These two are not a problem for me, not a challenge at all. Well trained, I don't have problem with this. Huh? But I do have to agree to a certain extent, certain news breaking to the client can be very tough. This one I have to admit. For example, sometimes the client asks me, when will I die? This one very irritating, this question. But again, it's essential. When will I die? Client like to ask this when I read their birth chart. And I find this very challenging. Why? If I tell you tomorrow, look at see. Right? Even I tell you 2035, you also scared. Even I tell you 2067, you also scared. Right? Even I tell you 2099, also you scared. So this is a very disturbing question. But yet people wants to know. All the time, they wants to know. Now, according to ancient book, right, some recorded one, don't tell them. Just say, it's not within the scope of Chinese metaphysics, or not within the ethical issue lah, to inform you. Some ancient books say don't tell. Right? Some ancient book I read says tell them. Why? So they can prepare what? Because in the ancient time, life and death is the biggest event in the life. 最大的. Nothing is more important than giving birth. The important event, let's say the house got a baby birth. Wow, this is a very big event. Very big event. This is a very, very big event in the house. This one they call 大喜. Another one is death. That's why in ancient, the tombstone very important. Where is the tombstone? Very, very important for the Chinese culture in the ancient time. That's why Qin Shi Huang, all the emperor, you notice they got all the ling, they call ling. Right? They got a place to bury the king, they got a place to bury the queen, they got a place to bury the concubine, they got a place to bury the princess, they got a place to bury the prince. And it's a damn a big project. And then before the emperors die, they already start architecture their cemetery already. So, and they make it very grand. This is a very, very grand event. So in the ancient time, right, the death and the birth is two very major life event. Very, very major. 很大的. So what is your opinion? What do you mean what to do with the information? Hey, Jaslyn Tan, how are you? Then Nila Chin said the challenge may be whether what you can do that will truly help them. That is a small challenge that Nila Chin thinks it should be. To Paul, right, he says is after hearing the assessment, the client still doesn't act accordingly to the given advice. Will this happen or not? Yes, it does. It does happen. Sometimes you inform the client of certain advice, they forgot about it. They didn't follow. Max say ornaments are used in so-called New Age. Yeah. Because why? How to make more money out of you, lor. That's what I think. Huh? So can make a lot of money out of you, no? Of course. Of course. Right? If now I sell, let's say I sell this crystal, I tell you, you click this one here, tomorrow let you be bill. And chun. Would you buy or not? Will you buy or not? Look buy leh. Because Dr. Kim chun. Ma. But I cannot do that. Because it's not truthful for me. I cannot do that. And then this one is deducting. Deducting, why not? You calculate your baby bill 100,000, this one 20,000, why not? You will invest what? True or not? But I cannot do it. Cannot. Just not me. Clients are eager to know but don't want to follow after knowing the truth. Yeah, sometimes they just curious or out of curiosity. Hey Brian, how are you? You feel what? You feel sad? I tell him all the time. Really? Okay. 天机不可泄露 cannot be one. How can you discover heaven's secret? Impossible. Heaven purposely let us learn 八字 so that this is my theory you can don't agree. I explain to you. 天机不可泄露 I explain to you my theory. Okay, my theory is like that. Right, God made us, right? And I'm very amazed how he made us. He gave us hands. Not bad. The hands can do a lot of things. Can take the ear, can do a lot of things. Wow, very good, very fascinated. Give us eyes. Wow, we can see. Give us brain, we can think. Right, but God has to make so many of us. True or not? In all shapes, all size, all color. Right? True? It make us so many of us. So, in the process of making us, this is my theory, maybe wrong. He may make some mistake, Not all. Some of us, that's why maybe some of us born handicapped. Maybe. Because 一走的时候，一不小心做不好Maybe. He may make some mistake. God, so what? God no mistake. May also make some mistake, right? Maybe. Right. And then, not only he have to make us physically, he also have to write our script. What script? Your drama script, like how you watch your drama, right? The Abalone family, you got to write the Abalone family story. That's why if you know how to read 八字 as good as me, you will notice every time I read the 八字, the husband, the wife, the father, the mother, the whole family, it match one. Sure match one. Cannot be the 八字, the father 八字 got unfilial children, the wife 八字 got filial children. Every time I see father 八字 unfilial children, then I see the mother 八字, wow, the children also unfilial, right? Or maybe the father 八字 is unfilial, but the mother 八字 is filial. Then I go and see the children 八字, wow, really this child unfilial to the father, but very filial to the mother one. Then I see the 八字, wow, match, always matches, right? So the God also have the right script. So when the big boss write script, right? What he did was he wrote 八字, character 1, character 2, character 3, character 4, character 5, character 6, character 7, character 8. Right? So this part you cannot change. This is your father. He wrote the story. Then he wrote the mother story. He wrote how when you're young, how, when you're born, how. All here in this pillar. Then after he write this story, your siblings, let's say your brother, who is your brother, who is your sister, got brother, got no brother, got sister, only child, what he wrote the story. This is also your young adulthood, right? This one is you young. This one is your young adulthood. Then this is your mid adulthood. This is your old age. True or not? So when he write the story, right? This story may not be perfect, May not be perfect also. So how? He very smart. He let all the ancestors learn this, learn the 5 elements, so that we make correction ourselves. Here we can make correction. This part cannot make correction. Cannot correction. Meaning, you cannot change your father, you cannot change your mother, you cannot change your brother, you cannot change your sister. But you can change yourself, you can change your spouse, you can what? You can change your children. What? This one your son, this one your daughter. You can change what? How you change? You can decide how many children you want. What? You can decide I don't want to have children. You can decide what? Right? The spouse, you can choose not to get married. What? You this part of the life story you can change. What? You can modify. What? That's why this is the 50%人定胜天. What? 人定胜天. What? This is the 天. This part is the 天. 先为天. What? That's why this one called your 先天命. What? This is called your 后. What? This is your behind. What? Right? So this one is 命中注定 50%. This one you cannot change. You cannot say I want to born in, I'm not happy I born in Singapore, teacher. I want to born in Bangla. I want to born in Africa. I'm not happy born in Singapore. You cannot like. Right? So this part of the portion you cannot do anything. This part of the birth chart, you cannot do anything about it. Right? You cannot decide what brand milk you want to drink. Beside, you can say, I don't like ABC brand. I like Dr. Kim Go brand. Cannot like. Your mother buy what brand, you just drink what brand. Right? Your mother can afford give you go to school, you go. Cannot afford give you go to school, ask you go to the farm and work, you go to the farm and work. That's why you cannot decide. But here, this part, you can decide. That's why 50% 人定胜天, 50% 命中注定. So can you choose your spouse wisely? Yes, you can. Right? Can you decide how many children you want? Yes, you can decide. Maybe you can't decide son or daughter. Right? But scientifically now can, scientifically. Right? The technology advancement, now they can choose son and daughter. So amazing. You know what I'm trying to say? You tag your son, okay. Hi Lily, you come late already. But you're still here. Good. Yeah, you also do it with stones. So Simon Tan said, teacher, could it be the 40 prediction is combination of hexadecimal of lottery code and 奇门遁甲? Don't know leh. I don't know. So Fudging food. Metal supports water. I see. Many of your friends tell me not to get married. Sometimes get married, you suddenly can make decision. Scientifically, the new technology, they got. I see the discovery one. Quite amazing. They can even clone human. Ayo. The science and technology is amazing. So in the olden days, right, ancient books, some say don't inform them, right? Some ancient books say inform them so they can make preparation. Because the life and death is a major event in the Chinese culture. So if you inform them, they can make preparation. They can make preparation. So for me, what about me? To me, I think can inform. For me, for me, I think can inform. Unless you don't know how to count, lor. Some people don't know how to count. For me, I think can inform. Right? Like how I inform Sally, mother, so that she can make preparation. What? Her brother also, what? Sally Chu brother and mother. Right? I inform her of their death. What? Then she can go and make preparation. And then not so sad also. Right? Not so like kang kabut like that. You know what I mean? So reduce the stress for her. So can inform. So for you, you decide. You decide you want to inform or not. You decide. Right? So the most challenging thing for me, as Paul asks, what's the most challenging? Most challenging is they ask already, they scared. This one is most challenging for me. You want to know? I tell you the truth, then you scared. You worried. You cannot sleep. You insomnia. Alamak, 惨了咯。爱你变成害你. This is the challenging part lah. That's the part I don't like. Right? You want to ask? I cannot tell lie. I have to tell the truth. But of course, I have my technique to inform you tactfully. Right? I have my technique. Then after I tell you already, you scared, you cannot sleep, you insomnia, 惨了咯，赶快工作是咩? Right? After give solution already, you still scared, still worried. This is the most challenging part. This is the part that I don't like. Okay? So the purpose of informing is why? So that you can make preparation. Number one, informing you so you can make preparation. Number two, search for solution, right? Brainstorm solution together. Number three, crystallize it, solve the problem. That is the purpose of informing you. And you know, when I inform you, right? Number one, disaster may not disappear, but it becomes more manageable. For example, let's say I read 2022, you got drunk driving case. So what? You got drunk driving case. Drunk driving case. Let's say I read 2022, you got drunk driving court case or got police case, drunk driving. Maybe jail, 2 weeks. Let's say I read this for you. So what are you going to do? You're going to be very scared, cannot sleep, worried, insomnia. No. You're going to make some preparation, right? You're going to tell yourself, I'm not going to, right? But peer pressure, sometimes my friend will be, sometimes business, entertainment, what. Then, let's say you drive and then you roadblock. At least number one, the disaster is manageable. Means you know how to handle already. You may have a backup plan. You may say, okay, in an event, let's say I really cannot reject the drinking session with business, with company, with what, I no choice, right? And in the event, if I meet a roadblock, how am I going to deal with it? You may have a backup plan, right? Even no backup plan, at least it doesn't come as a shock for you. It doesn't come as a like that. You won't, what? At least you know. Teacher got warned me already. Sometimes you even laugh. Teacher, you're so chun, right? That is the reason of informing you. Not because to scare you, to informing you so that you can make wise decision. You can make preparation. That's the reason of informing you. Not to scare you. Not to scare you and then tell you, hey, you buy this lah. You buy this $25,000. You buy this. Then you put in your car there. Got drunk driving. Don't worry, the police cannot see you one. $25,000. Buy from me. This one. Put in front of your car. When you drunk drive, every time drunk drive, you put in front of your car. The police come over there. 25,000 am I? So the purpose is not because want to sell you something 25,000. No. The purpose of informing you is so you can make preparation. Right? You can search for solution. Right or not? Don't drink and drive. Some people cannot. Really can't. Some people really can't. So they have to find other ways to cope lah. Right? Or when they get it, they don't feel so, how to say, so shocked or so unmanageable. They feel that, I expected really. Quite different one. The feeling, emotion quite different. Yeah. Yeah lah, want to know, already tell, then cannot sleep, you know what? 我想攞出嚟啦. Yeah, many will be like Brian like that. It's okay. Just hurt me. Tell me the truth. When you start to tell them the truth, they cannot take it, man. I have some like that one. Tell me, when I say like that, it cow. Cry. You want to know the truth, I tell you the truth lor. Then know the truth already cry. Coward. My son going to die next year, coward. I say very difficult already. Very difficult. I see your son very difficult. Maximum another 4-5 years. Very difficult. But let's pray for him because we believe 上天有好生之德嘛. Like today my this client like that. His case I tell you very jialat. But I tell him you go and do this. You go and pray. You go and follow this and pray. Follow this and pray. Every day. Not 走. Wow, he very diligent. 跳外围. 没代志. So 上天有好 and he really repent. I tell you, you must repent. And then you repent, you must do one. You cannot repent, then 没代志, then you don't care. Later got one more worse one on the way. He said, yeah, I can, teacher. I repent. I what. Then he very sincere. He repent, he what. Follow. Not one day. Continuously. Must do this a few months for me. 一周. He's so happy. He called. He said, wow, thank you. Wow, 今年有用啊. I never sell this one 25,000 to him. I never. I just tell him, you follow my this method. You pray like that. You do like that. Then your behavior must like that. You must 感动天感动地. If not, cannot one. You follow lah. Then can really. You won't believe it. Miracle. No need to spend $25,000. Mean. Yeah. Yours missed by 1 digit. This me like corn, sweet daiji. Alcohol is a bit bitter, associated with fire element, so just eat more salty food. Yes, sir. So Sandy said maybe consider the character in 八字 lor, see if they can handle and decide whether to tell or not. No leh, because sometimes we need to respect the client decision one. Right? If the client said I don't want to know, you cannot say. You have to respect the client. You cannot say cannot. I read already. I collect your money. I must tell you. You cannot. The client say I don't want to know. My money. You don't tell me this one. This part skip. I don't want to know anything about my marriage. Skip this part, teacher. Just go straight to my career lah. Then you don't insist that you cannot say cannot. You pay me consultation. I must tell you. Beside. Right? If the client want to know, you have to say. If the client doesn't want to know, or the client asks, you have to answer what? Like just now that one. You saw the mistress in the chart. Right? Just now we saw the thing in the chart. Right? But the client never asked about the mistress. You don't kepo and say, why you ask about marriage with your wife? You got acting what? You got self-sign, right? Then you look at him. Don't Maya. You embarrass the client, don't. Right? The client never asks about the mistress, don't talk about the mistress. Even you see in the chart, don't talk about it. My gong. Right? So, like this client, later on, he said, teacher, recently I got to know this girl. Then I know he ready to talk already. Then I smile at him and say, yeah, I actually saw it in your chart. Let me explain to you. Then he said, you saw? Why you never tell me just now? He said this to me. I said, I cannot say because this you're not ready or what? I cannot say one. You ask, then I can say. So depends. This one depends. Depends on the client. So don't think my consultation very easy and not easy. It comprises of the mentally skills, right, which cover ethics, with cover intelligence, right, which include experience, right. It also covers emotional. Means this teacher is emotionally very stable. She won't read halfway and then say, I don't want to talk to you already lah. Off. Your money give you back lah. Cannot like that one. This is funny This is like suddenly cannot like that. You must be very professional one. Then you must be able to control your emotion well. Or your client cry, you also cry. Sometimes I do private consultation, I just turn on only. The person start telling me the story, the person crying. Wow, my heart then pain. When I see on the screen, I see WhatsApp, Zoom, I see, wow, what seems in here? Then I solo. I must be stronger than her. I cannot, if she cry, then I also affected. Right? Then I also cry. Then I also like, I also cry. Cannot, I also 论掉. Right? And you have to be stronger than her. You have to be wiser than her. You must be able to see what she cannot see. You must be able to hold her hand and say, come, let me bring bring you to this new perspective. How about that? You must be able to do all this. Cannot she cry, you cry, she don't know what to do, you also don't know what to do, then two of you don't know what to do. Sounds like you. You don't worry, you got me, right? You everything also ask me for advice, so far so good, right? Properly guided. Correct not? So a lot of things, even come, you are not scared, right? You still laugh, ha ha ha, nature. You are not disappointed. You are not frustrated. True or not? Because I warn you already. I say, you see, this, easy. So when the thing really happen, you laugh, you put that, ha ha, you were not disappointed. You were not angry. True or not? Out there. Because I'm here, I guide you properly. Become crying party. True lah. Then the whole session very sad already. This one is both. Not easy. Both. Both. It must both one. All hold hand cry. All hug together. All cry together. If face to face, even worse. Right. So this master must be also emotionally stable lah. Cannot say kee siao. Right. Suddenly not happy and throw tantrum or what. Cannot one. Right. Yeah. So physically must be well presented lah. Then why physically also must well presented? Because if you are very, very good master, if you always fall sick, I tell you, you need a lot of energy one. You need a lot of energy one. You know when you try to read one chart, some of you try to read, right? Then after text me, teacher, I headache. I read one chart, read 3 days. Then what look gong. Then I very headache, teacher. Imagine how many charts I read a day. Especially Tuesday, I read non-stop and very fast. This one next. Then fast. Then what all the energy, expelling all the energy. After the session, I'm very tired one. Macam kitang tired. Because you need to use the brain, and every birth chart is different, every human chart is different, every scenario is different. So your brain must twist here, twist there, then fast one. Your brain must very twisty lah. Right. So you must have all these features lah if you want to be successful Feng Shui master. You must have physical strength also one. That's why sometimes I read, wow, 头今天Then sometimes I do ancient research. Research because research is my forte, right? I research. I quietly sit there. I read the book. Then I see. I research. Then I write on what. What I thought quite then what type. Sometimes what take pictures me. That one's still okay. It's still fun. For me, because I'm a researcher. And mentally also. You must look at every birth chart like a researcher's mind. You must be able to read the ancient chart and think how you can apply that to the contemporary world. Some of the ancient books I read, some of the formulas doesn't work anymore in the contemporary chart. For example, wife and concubine. How can you apply the wife and concubine theory in ancient book into contemporary world? You cannot do that anymore already. If you still adapt that concept, then you are not a good reader. Right? Then Feng Shui also, in the olden days, the houses are all on the level 1. The maximum 2 level, maximum. Now got 200 levels. So how are you going to apply the Feng and the Shui on level 1, level 2, level 3, all the way to level 200? You cannot say I stay level 200, right? Downstairs got one traffic light. This one will crash my house. I don't know how you apply this ancient theory into your 200 floor penthouse. What the hell? So sometimes you must be able to twist your mind. When you read, you must be able to think like a researcher like that. Yeah, Simon. Oh, my advice will help you improve, definitely. So you must think like a researcher. So sometimes when I read, like how I came up with my own 奇门遁甲 formula, not in the Asian book one. Asian book, I search, it be sign leh. I try it be sign, try it. No leh. So I think there must be a way one. Then I think. Right. Then I came up with. Yeah, this one very important. 有舍才有得，大舍才有大得。You ask Rico how she strike the price 大舍就有大得咯。She win back all her costs and plus some extra cash Very seldom I see stingy people treat money the like 5 cent like the horse wheel like that. Very seldom I see people like that strike 40 one 真少but 真少。Or they strike 跳梨啦 small one So the more generous you are, this one no need to challenge one. It's recorded everywhere in the ancient book. No need to challenge. And this one proven many times already. Proven until don't want to proven already. I teach you. 那强咯。Yeah, 5 cent like horse wheel. If your 5 cent like horse wheel very hard to 经常 call. Yeah, and rich and poor is the mindset. I tell you the truth. Whether you're rich or poor is in the mindset, not really the physical money. Right? If you always think, I'm rich, then you're rich. You always, even you got, let's say you got, $1,000 in the bank. If you think, hey, I'm rich, you are rich. You think you are so poor, then you're poor lah. True or not? It's the perspective of rich and poor. Right? Some people got 1 million in the cash, in the bank. They still think they are poor. There are people like that. Some people got 500,000 or 200,000 in the bank. They still think they are poor. They still think, 我很穷的嘞. I very poor leh, teacher, I very poor. Some people got 20,000 in the bank. Teacher, I very poor. Like that. Some people think that, if I got 20,000 in my bank, I damn rich. So rich and poor, honestly speaking, is really just in the mind only. To me, it's just in the mind. If you think you are a rich man, you are a rich man. If you think you are a poor man, then you're a poor man. Got nothing to do with the numbers in the bank. Sadhu. Yeah, rich. Rich in the heart, very important. Yeah. Then I very scared 5 cents like horse wheel people. 我很惊的。我看到这个人I 3条线 already. I see these people 5 cents like horse wheel, that type of people, I always got headache one. Very hard to talk to them sometimes. Sometimes you tell them, they don't know 真艰苦 Very hard to educate them sometimes. Yeah. Go Germany first. Right? Some people say cannot, 500 cannot go Germany. Must 1 million, then can go Germany. You see? Some people say no need 500k. Some people 50k, I will go Germany already. So it's very subjective. This today lesson, I hope I teach you well, because this one very important, right? People trust you. They let you read their chart because they believe you can help them. You can make their life better. You can empower them. So you better hold up to that standard, right? So to hold up to that standard, right, you need to be mentally, which includes knowledge, ethical issues, integrity, right? Integrity, honesty, integrity, right? Your ethical issues, right? Of course, your knowledge. You don't take your customer as guinea pig. If you just learning, you better don't charge money, okay? And you be honest, you have to tell them, hey, I just learn. Do you mind I help you read your chart? But you don't have to pay me because I'm learning. And if I say anything wrong, can you guide me? Don't act gay kiang. I see some people, they know a little bit of thing, they come out become master. I like, cham lo. Then all the people learning from here all wrong lo. Cham liao. Cannot leh. Cannot do this. Inspirational, good. Yeah, got 1 million. Yeah lah, you know, right? 1 million also you think you poor. Yeah lah. Change that perspective. But not true lah, Untin. I know you're not like that. Yeah, to 老师 you very generous. Super generous. That's why you make a lot of money, right? That's Julia. It cannot like I say. No lah, you didn't make money. We say Hong Kong. Yeah, don't. Don't. Sometimes 你会害死一个人的。Like that time like that, I got one time this person come and see me and say, hey, why teacher, I that time go and see this master. The master said I will be rich, very rich, some more in but in my 30 years old, something like that. He said now I'm 40, I still very, very, very poor. Why like that one? Then I open his chart, I see, I read everything to him. I read this one to him because 40 I read 1 to 40 for him. No need to tell me anything. I just read 1 to 40. I asked him, accurate? Chunbo. He said very accurate. Okay, this one accurate. Now I'm going to read after 40 for you already. If this one I can read so accurate, this one must be accurate already. The calculation is the same. How can this one chun, this one not chun? Right? Then I read chun. Then item, for example, chun. 100 item, chun. Right? All about the 1 to 40. Then I start reading this already. Then he suddenly got the whole picture of what's going on. Then within 1 week, he got his job, he got his whatever already. He know what to do already. So simple. So this one, this master, I don't know. So you help him or you gave him trouble or what? I don't know. I cannot say I'm very, very good. Maybe I also got my own flaws. I also will have my own strength and weakness. But at least I know I have to read accurately for you. This one I know is very important. Not important to me, but also must be very important to you. So it's a very important issue. So this one very important. So you also make sure you got very high confidence, then you start collecting money. So for now treat it as intern. Tell your client, hey, I internship now. I intern. Can let me read your chart. Then I read here accurate, that accurate. Then they will give you feedback. Hey, this is accurate, this is not accurate. Then you learn from there. You pick up from there. Right? Until you can read 10 out of 10 June. Then you can start charge money. Then 君子取财有道. Okay? So make sure you learn all this properly. And this one, I tell you, very important. And this one, remember, no scammer. Don't go and sell people, don't know what $80,000 one paper. You take this paper, put here, $80,000, huh? Then tomorrow you strike 40. You better don't do this. If you let me see this, I don't know what I'll do to you. So maybe nothing I can do. The most I just regret. I know I don't write my books anymore. I shut my video. You don't say, hey teacher, I sell you this $80,000. Then you put on your head. Tomorrow you strike 40. If I see your picture on newspaper, yeah, empathetic very important. Much better than you. We learn from each other, Simon. 学无止境. Maybe there are things that you know I don't know. I can learn from you. Can learn from each other one, no problem. Small issue. Yeah, learn properly first. Yeah, money is always not enough. So learn to understand money is important, but access it wisely, appropriately is good. It's good enough. Understand? Do you know that according to research, we found people who are very, 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 very rich, extremely rich, they are miserable. The very rich one. The happiness level drop. Because in psychology, we study happiness level. So in a study, right, we link happiness to money. And then we did a research on happiness and money in psychology. All right. And it was discovered that the very, very rich one, they are unhappy. And we found that the very, very poor one, they are also very unhappy. That's what the research found. Right, in a journal, published in a journal. So money and happiness, is there a relationship? Yes, they found a relationship. Okay, they found a co-relationship between happiness and money. Okay, right? But the correlationship does not show that the more money you have, the higher the happiness. It did not show it that way. Instead, the research found that moderate money has the highest happiness level. Moderate money. Moderate. Cannot very poor, cannot very rich. The moderate one are the happiest one. That's what the researchers found. Why? Because the very, 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 very rich one, for example, like maybe Li Jiachen, I don't know. You see the family, 很乱 right? The children fight with the money, the wife fight among the money, right? And sometimes I don't know if you're very, very rich, I don't know your wife or children will plot your death or not. What I'm saying. You look at the emperor. The emperor, right? The emperor, powerful and rich, what? You go and see the Chinese drama, every time see they're very interesting, right? Wow, so many wives, so many concubines fighting here, fighting there. Wow, very interesting, the drama. That is the problem with the powerful and the rich, right? And sometimes so rich, until so rich. I ask you lah, how many stomach you have? How many stomach you have? 100 stomach. You only got one stomach, right? How many mouth you have? One only, right? How much you can eat? You tell me. How much can you eat? How many head you have? How many pairs of legs you have? One pair, right? One head, right? How many bed can you sleep? Still one bed, right? How many pairs of shoe you can wear at a time? One pair only, right? So why do you need so much? I don't understand. And so much becomes what? Junks, cluster, disrupt Feng Shui, you know. So why you need to have so much? So sometimes so rich and you, until you don't know what to do with the money, it becomes a problem, you know. If you cannot, you have it, you scared you lose it. True. You scared you spoil it. You scared. Like for example, like me, you look at my face. I got a Hermes handbag. When I carry the handbag, the bag is more expensive than my wallet. The wallet in the most inside few $100 only. But that bag, I carry. Kena the rain, my heart then pain. Then I go toilet, I cannot put on the toilet counter. I cannot put on the floor. My heart then pain. You know? Then I tell myself, hey, I'm damn stupid. What am I doing? So I just leave my bag inside the cupboard. I don't care. Right? Sometimes I don't even bother to bring it out. 麻烦了. Right? Put on the floor cannot. Put on the toilet countertop cannot. Right? And I tell you one thing, got one time dinner, I carried my Hermes handbag. I carry one of them stuck that I go to my relative wedding dinner, I bring. Then my cousin, he took a ride from me. You know, then I sit in my car with my bag. Usually I'll put at the side. So, but that day I sent my cousin home. So he sit on the passenger side. Then I pass my bag to him. I said, hey, I passed to him. He put my bag on his lap. You know what he did? His two hands like that, crushed my bag. I got a shock. I was like, my Hermes handbag. But he doesn't know. He doesn't know. He doesn't know. He thought it's just a bag. He thought it's a handbag. He put his lap, then he crushed his hand on my Hermes handbag. But I tell myself, why? Why must like that? Why? Stupid, right? All the stupid thing I did in the past. So stupid. You know what I'm trying to say? So, you have also headache. Right? You scared here, scared there. People don't know this one expensive handbag. People crush your bag. Thinking this one $5 from market. So, you understand? So, that's how researchers found out why when you become very, very rich, right? You have the rich problem. If this is talking about too rich, that means the money exceeded your usage, exceeded your essentials. Right? You know how to, you know what to do with the money already. You ask Zhou Renfa, you telephone and talk to Zhou Renfa, he will explain to you. He will tell you how he understands what I'm trying to say. This is important. The more people you can help within your means, I'll be grateful to people who has ever lent you. Yeah, gratefulness very important. In psychology, there's a few things very important. One is called count your blessing. Count your blessing. Every morning you wake up, you must count your blessing. That means number one, I'm blessed I woke up. Number two, my hands and legs are still around. I'm blessed. I can still see. I'm blessed. Right? You count. Count. I still got a roof over my head. I'm blessed. You count. Finish counting already, then you go and brush your teeth. Then you see how you feel the whole day. Try this. It works. The blessing must be true one. Cannot say you no hand, no legs. Then you say, hey, I got hands. You must have your hands. You must have a roof over your head. You cannot be sleeping at the bus stop. Then you open your eyes. Teacher say count blessing. I got a roof over my head. Mine quite not. Be honest with your blessing. Count your blessing. Right? Number one, count your blessing. Very important. Crush my back. Correct. He crushed my back. I also never tell him. I never scold him. I just drive like normal like that. I never scold him. I never say, hey, this siao, wait back. I never. I just drive and then I see poor thing my back. Then I just drive normally. Then after that I come back, I tell my children, we all laugh. We laugh and laugh. We're not angry, just laughing. But money is important. I'm not saying not important. But enough is good enough. Important. Okay? Enough is good enough. Just remember this. Enough is good enough. But of course, you can go and earn a lot of money, no problem. You can go and earn a lot of money, because if you're very capable, you go and earn a lot of money, good what? Maybe you can use this money, go and help people, then good lor. You must help people lor. Like what Zhou Renfan did lor. Take his money, go and help people, good. He made a lot of money, right? He doesn't buy cars, but he travel by MRT or what, and then he used his money to help people. Okay, good, can. Four is right. Hey Terence, how are you? I spoke 2 hours already. Ani gao gong. Just talking about this only. So anything you want to clarify before I end the channel about this? Anything else you want to know? And next lesson, what would you like to learn about 奇门遁甲? Can let me know so I can prepare the course notes for you. Where I stop, where you want me to further, or anything, any specific part you want me to teach you or what? If not, I'll just go with the flow. Yeah, life, yeah, yin and yang must balance. Must balance. 财不可以压身。呀，你克财不是财克你if 财克你就不好了你克财你八字 is 比肩克正财偏财那就是你cute 嘞you all laugh and laugh 好生this is very important when you become a teacher. And don't think your client are stupid. They are never stupid. Nobody is stupid on the universe. Even a baby is not stupid. Baby, they're so smart. They are the smartest human being on earth. They don't need to do anything. They can get their milk. They can get a lot of things. They can get hug. They can hug by auntie, uncle, and won't be accused for molest, right? Baby, they are the smartest human being on earth, right? They can get their milk. They can literally get anything they want just by their cute face. That's all they need, a cute face. So baby is damn smart, right? So nobody, even a baby is so smart. No human is stupid, right? So don't think your client don't know. You are untrue. You're wrong. Don't think like customer behavior lah, don't do that. Nobody is stupid. Nobody. Okay? You're welcome. 财多身弱 very easy this one. This one very easy I explain to you. Okay, in 八字 there's this thing called 10 gods. Okay, in 八字 there's this thing called 10 gods. Of course, 八字 has 八字lah, right? Has the 8 words. So the 8 words comprise of yin and yang and 5 elements. So 5 elements, 5 yin, 5 yang, right? So there are 10 combination of 5 elements, right? 5 pairs, right? But of the 5 pairs, they will pick up 8 words. Okay? So and then they extend the 八字 8 words into 10 gods. Why? Because the 8 words also have relationship one. What relationship? Human life is all about relationship, honestly speaking, right? 95% of the counseling are all about relationship. Of course, and money lah, and career lah, but let's talk about relationship. So the 10 gods, right? They are also broken into yin and yang. okay, also have 5 elements, okay, and they have their own individual names. For example, let's say this is me. Okay, so me, let's say I am or let's say I'm Earth. For example, I'm Earth. Me, Earth. Okay, so me, you must know this lah. The grow. Earth grows matter. Matter grows water. Water grows wood. Wood grows fire. Fire produces or grow earth. Number 1. Number 2, earth got yin and yang. Right? Same. Fire got yin and yang. Wood, same. Got yin and yang. Okay? Water, also yin and yang. Metal, same. Got yin and yang. Okay? So of all this yin and yang, you can use this to read anything. You can use this to read money. You can use this to read family relationship. You can use this to read your health, your wealth, right? Anything you want to know, right? So if you want to read family relationship, right, then this yin and yang, of course, will have to depend, right? Like me, let's say I'm a girl. Girl is in. For example, I'm in earth. Right? Girl in earth. In earth. Then this one they call 比肩. Yang, they call 劫财. So this one can mean same gender with me because I'm a girl. This one is the opposite gender of me. But they are all earth element. Right? Then 比肩劫财 will grow 食神三官. 食神 will be the yang. This is a name only to represent. Then the yin will be the 三官. So same, right? The 财, right? The 偏财 will be the yang. 偏财 will be the yin. Right? 正财 will be the yang. Right? So 财 we know this 正财偏财 got a few representation. In the ancient time, the ancestor says the more money you have, the more wife you can have. Right? It also applies to women, for your information. Don't think that, this only applies to men. Not true. Right? When the women, the wealth star is strong, they got more husband also. When the wealth star is strong, 很容易有第二个老公也是的。Anyway, never mind. So 财多身弱 means when this is very strong. When this is very strong. When this 财星, this is the wealth star. When wealth star is very, very strong. 财多身弱. Water, is it counter fire? Water counter fire, right? Fire grows earth. This is me. So what is fire to me? Fire grows me. That means fire make me stronger, right? Fire make me stronger. So fire is my what? Fire is my health also. Right? Without my health, if my health is broke, lembek one, can I be strong? Can the me be strong? Cannot. So this fire also means protecting my health. So this is represented by the word 正印 and 偏印. Right? Like 正印and 偏印. So when 财 a lot means when the water is very, very strong, very huge. The fire so small, right? 财很多means this, a lot. Water, is it kills the fire? So 财多是不是身弱? The health affected. 身体就会生病，或者容易比较短命。Or You can see it this way. When this man got a lot of women, right? His health will be weak also. What? True or not? Tonight sleep with this one, tomorrow sleep with this one, another day sleep with this one, another day sleep with 30 days, every day sleep with this one, sleep with that one. End of the month, lembik liao. 财多身弱了. You understand the meaning of 财多身弱? 财多身弱. Kelly laugh. Hey, I answer for you like. You laugh. And I explain to you. You understand? I explain with a metaphor. I always like to do that. I explained this already. 财多身弱. So 财不要太多. In 八字, everything don't be so many. How many is many? Chinese word very cute. Chinese word got this word. Chinese word got this word. Hey, what am I writing? Chinese got this word, right? What is this word? What is this word? What is this word? Chinese word very meaningful one. What is this word? 众. 3 is a crowd. So anything 3 or more is considered a lot in the birth chart. So how many is good? 1 or 2 is good. Preferably no missing. That means 1比肩, 1劫财, 1伤官, 1食神, 1正财, 1偏财, 1正官, 1正印, 1正官, 1七煞, 龙中劫劫. Wow, very good. Maximum 2 個. Okay, very good. That means this person, the character, very good one. The life also not bad. Got missing, sometimes not so good lah. If really must missing, try to missing this one lah. 這個不好呀，劫財 is not so good. 你看小人七煞 to some people is no good. To me is very good. 七煞 can become very wealthy one. 七煞的人很難窮的，很難。Then this one, don't think this one a lot very good. Wow, my whole chart from front until back, 中正財，慘了咯，慘了，不好。Then 大運再走正財，哇，慘了。But of course, also cannot like that say. Must see the balance of the chart. Let's say the chart all very balanced. The size all very balanced. Then good lah. You must see how lah. Of course, 八字 not so straightforward one. 八字 very twist the brain one. That's why until today I still writing the book. But I write already. I write until the sweat, big sweat, small sweat. And I write with quality one. I don't write the primary school one. I write means you read already. The one I write, saliva will drop one. You see, this one I never see before one. All the bookstore everywhere. Nobody will write this. Anyway, write finish then say. Who wants to be interpreter for me? I'm doing some notes and then I need to do some translation. Who wants to be the translator, free one? And cannot do at your house. I must do at my house. Intellectual property. A lot of things. Wait lah. 我來寫了啦. That day I don't think you 看到. She came, I saw her what I roughly wrote. But still a lot. Many wife no good. Many wife, this one is the mother. So if too many wife also no good. 財多也不好. 財多慘attack the mother. The mother jialat. 哦，甲伊 mother 无大无细，无好啊。啊呀，财多身弱。啊，喜欢听八字啊 ，OK。What Malay is for? What do you mean? Oh, you welcome, huh, Kelly? Yes, of course, will affect the mother. Confirm. This one is the wife. And you notice ancestor write the 八字 very smart one. If you notice ancestor write the 八字, they write like that one. They write like that one. For example, this is me. Me will counter what? Me, earth counters water, right? Earth counters water. True or not? Who is the 阿财? The father is 阿财. Why? You no need to work. What? Father give you money. So you give your father stress. Your father, because of you, your father stress to go and work. So father called 阿财. Very clever, right? In ancestor. Right? You notice? Then the mother, fire grows earth. What? So who born you? Who produces you? Fire produce earth. So who produce you? Mother lo? So if you look at all the emperor, right, you notice they kill the father, they will never kill the mother. No royal prince will kill the mother. They kill the father, they will never kill the mother. Right? That's why emperor always very angry. Right? The prince all fight over the 太子位. Before he died, they already fighting for the throne. The father very angry. Right? So very clever, the way our ancestors structure this. I'm damn amused. And inside all education. I super like. And 七煞正官 is your 老公. 七煞 and 正官 is your 老公. So wood counters earth. Why 老公 must counter you? Why? If you counter 老公 残了, your marriage will have problem. 老公 must be the breadwinner. That's why 老公 must counter you. He feed you. He 學你累雞，飼你只. If he 一冇慘了, marriage going to have problem already. Right? So in ancient time, they don't call, and all these are in ancient words. So in ancient time, they don't call 老公 one. They call 官人. 官人. They call the 老公. They give high respect to the 老公 one. So the 老公 called 正官. 官人. They don't call 老公. 没有这么礼貌的，什么叫老公 ？Some even words, right? 阿老，假辣，冇礼貌。Right? They call 官人。So these are ancestor knowledge. So the husband must counter you. And then you do something wrong, the husband must teach you, must guide you. Not the husband don't care about you. Why? Wood controls earth, what? Right? So if earth do anything wrong, wood must teach the earth. Hey, cannot like that. Right? And then earth controls, wood controls earth. 正官, the husband controls the wife. The husband will give the wife money. Right? The husband will, it's a breadwinner, like that lah. Why not the other way? Leh? Why not the me control the 正官 leh? If the wife become the breadwinner, 惨了咯. This family 惨了. But of course, don't like that say lah. I know now contemporary world lah. The wife is like the husband now. The husband is like the wife. And they still live happily ever after. Then good for you lah. This one is just the ancient knowledge. You can disagree. You can disagree. No problem. Right? Also, boss control you what? Boss is also called 正官, right? True or not? This is earth. Right? Wood controls earth what? Wood is 正官 what? 七煞 what? So the boss must control you what? If the boss cannot control you, you happy, you come to work. You not happy, you don't come to work. How to give you salary? How are you going to sustain your career? Right? So that's why boss must counter you. And then stress, 气煞 must counter you. Sometimes a little bit of stress is good, right? Some stress good. Teacher, my 气煞 like that one eh. My 气煞 so big, so big, so big, so big. My earth only like that leh. 惨了咯. This one counter you until flat. 惨了. Also no good lah. The best is 1 against 1, 2 against 2 lah. Let's say you got 2 earth, this one got 2 wood. Good lah. 2 against 2 whole lah. The most 3 3. The most. I 5 against 2. 惨了. Also problem. In the birth chart also problem. Okay? So remember 物极必反. 物极必反. Too many 食神 become 伤官. Too many become 伤官. 物极必反. Must know this. Too many 正官 become 气煞. No good. And too many in Chinese metaphysics, we always look for this thing called 贵. Fu. We always look for this. 富贵 lah. We always look for this. So how to be 富贵 in 八字? Too many 正财 no more 富 already. Too many 物极必反. Too many 财 wealth star no 富 already. Too many 气煞 正官 very 贵 耶, 正官 like 法官 like 正官, right? Too many become what? Gangster already. 不贵了. That's why I like 1, maximum 2. 别按一追. Not 贵. 贵 means what? 贵 means high class. High class means what? High class means not low class. No lah, I'm joking. High class means like can behave lah. Can behave yourself lah. Or highly regarded lah. Highly regarded. 你問我什麼不會曉咧？真 clever 我什麼鬼不會曉？I'm talking about knowledge. You don't ask me screw the fan 我不曉。Highly regarded. It's called 貴. So in 八字 I always like to look for 貴. Highly regarded. So 官煞混雜, too many 官, too many 煞, mix here, mix there, no 貴. This person not high class one, not highly regarded one. High social status, no, not really. If so many 气煞正官 in the chart messy, mix 參來參去Teacher, I got 3 氣煞 3 氣煞 good, 3 氣煞 good, 3 氣煞 equal 1 官, very good. 貴 good, I like. Teacher, I got 3 氣煞and plus 2 官不貴don't have so don't run then 財亂呢財亂 can or not? I got 2 正財I got 3 偏財this one also no good this one also 沒錢so this one 富貴that one 貴富貴2 plus 3 woohoo this one don't have lah no food lah no need to see and this one is 財星混雜 also no good 財星混雜 also headache 頭痛will because of money do stupid thing no don't okay 興我 rest 下我一個靈本那下 sore throat 了 I think have to drink 2 bottle. 1 bottle cannot. Interested in 八字啊 Can, so easy 八字。男尊女卑，是的in ancient time 男尊女卑。Yeah, you will super like one I will write with standard lah. You won't disappoint you one. Can interpret for me but cannot interpret at your house must come my place and interpret because intellectual property. These are all my notes I see the ancient book then very complicated. I write in simple Chinese blah blah, but I need to translate to English very easy one you learn from me. Just now I explain very easy, right? You read ancient book, you headache. They write until very complicated, but I can explain it very 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 easy for you. Very interesting. I can teach very well. I can teach difficult concepts into very manageable. No, 三煞一关三煞一关 Bella your 老公 must have 本事 one. No 本事 very hard to get along with you. 你不容易服人家的你不容易服气一个人的你不容易服气一个人的三七煞不容易服人的Is it true, Bella? three煞not easy kowtow to people one. One Bella to kowtow, not so easy. So this man you marry, you must very admire him one if not 你不会觉得快乐的let you know first and then also like Dr. Kim 他让你心服口服then you super like Dr. Kim 你看must like that one 三煞是这样的不容易服人的high self-esteem. Is it true, Bella? 三煞can somebody answer Simon or not? I super tired already. Wiko, you answer. You know the answer, Wiko. Wiko, you answer Simon. You ask Wiko. Wiko, Numerology expert number 2 了。But we can't choose our 八字, then how to change? Can still. Can see the strength and the weaknesses. You can use the element to make changes. Yeah, I'm going to drink bananas already, but tahan. 6-7K You got 6-7K Who? 等下有6个七煞 I seen before 物极必反7K is very fierce, right? 这个人胆小 6-7K 他胆小 coward 怕欺善怕恶7K is what? 7K is not scared one, 会怕Right, you ask Bella Bella 7K got 3 Right, you ask Bella You challenge Bella, Bella say 来 come 来讲 Bella hide No, she won't hide one 6-7K will hide啦怕小胆 Thunder 砰怕Thunder 会怕看啦 6-7K 啦免 rest 了Yeah, very true. Must this one again you cannot see the message how come? Your daughter is she very 胆小 The thunder bong 怕 You know? Like she's sleeping, you suddenly drill 怕了 怕 scared. Is she? Is she like that? 但不大啦但不大二煞一关Okay, I rest already 我 sore throat 了我跟你本来讲bye bye Today nobody buy food for me 冇人搵你叫我食slowly give me a time I write until busy Terence yes okay bye bye enjoy remember become a successful Feng Shui master intellectually, mentally, intellectually, ethically, high integrity, okay, physical hygiene, appropriate presentation and dressing, all right, and lose some weight, please. And then many things emotionally stable. Emotionally stable, it must be strong, must be positive, must be very empowering. Okay, must be very empowering. Okay, remember that. Cannot the client cry, you cry. Remember that. You must be stronger, smarter, wiser than your client or your audience. Okay? Tana, milk kefir free one, no need to buy. Book at to buy. Milk kefir you can take free. Okay, bye bye. Wow, busy. I'm going to drink bananas today. Bye. Yeah, do meditation. Yes, please do a lot, please. Nobody buy dinner tonight. Okay, bye bye.